Who is this member? Honorable Sunkuiya. Member for Kajiado West.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I, the undersigned, on behalf of the resident of Oltiyani Settlement Scheme, Kajiado West Constituency, Kajiado County, within the Republic of Kenya, draw the attention of the House to the following: that one of the principles of land policy as enshrined under Article 60 of the Constitution of Kenya is that land will be used and managed in accordance with the principle of the sustainable and productive management of the land resources, sound conservation, and protection of economically sensitive areas. That forest land is vested in the national government, which hold in its trust for the people of Kenya and administered by the National Land Commission. That Section 34 of the Forest Conservation and Management Act 2016 confers powers to Parliament to vary boundary and stroke or revoke allocation of the public forest. That following extension of the Oltiyani Settlement Scheme from Ngong Hill Forest, an area which approximately 400 yards strip over 3,000 families settled in the area. That in the year 1973, the then Commissioner of the Land, through the former Kajiado County Council, gave the consent for the settling of residents of Kajiado West on said 400 yards strip, which they built permanent homes, schools, and churches in the area. That in 1984, following a presidential order, 400 yards of Ngong Hill was set to establish a settlement scheme, and people settled on the street then, since then. Mr. Speaker, sir, that as a result of the settlement, subdivision of the land and issue of title deeds to the resident whose property is within the street without a parliament approval of the setting aside for the land has been a challenge. That the matter in respect of which petition is raised is not pending in any court of law, constitutional or legal body. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, your humble petitioners pray that the National Assembly, through the Departmental Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, to consider, investigate the matter, causes and relevant government agency to degassette the 400-yard strip in Ngong Hill Forest land for the purposes of subdivision and issue of title deeds to the resident of Oltiyani Settlement Scheme in Kajiado West Constituency, Kajiado County, making any direction that it deem fit in the circumstances of matter for the benefit of people of Kajiado West Constituency, and your petitioners will ever pray. I beg to move.
I can see the member next to you is desirous of making some comments and or clarification. No, Manje, you want to say something?
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to take this opportunity also to thank the Member of Parliament, Kajiado West, for bringing this very sensitive issue. The issue of partition for this particular village, Oltiyani village, it has existed from 1984 when President Moi gave this particular piece of land. And this community, the family has been struggling every time to get the title deeds. I think this is a high time the Lands Committee should go there and actually release the land to them, because there is a very good demarcation. It is only 4 yards from where the animals live. So I support this petition. May they get what they deserve. Thank you. I support.
Except that the petitioner seeks the intervention of the Departmental Committee on Environment and Natural Resources, not lands. Member for Kajiado.